Hey, Holly Organizer here. Welcome to Holly's Habitude. We're kind of casual today. It's one of those rainy days where nobody's home and it's all peaceful and calm and quiet. Gives me time to think. I think on these days, and I think in the shower. And this morning I was thinking in the shower and it just, a revelation kind of hit me and I want to share it with you. It's the lessons that we teach our children. We've got to purposely place so many good lessons into our children, into casual conversations. Because if I say to my son, come have a seat here, son, let's talk. I don't think that's going to go over very well, but just into casual conversations. Know things that you want to bring up. Look for little ins and bring them up. My children, at a very early age, but by now at 10 and just turned 13, we've way been over marriage and dating and sex and what being gay is. Lots of things. We need to tell our children. We need to talk about these things. We need to do them on purpose because by accident, sometimes without even realizing it, we're teaching them really, really bad lessons. For an example, well, I've got a couple examples. I'm not always perfect myself. The TV. Actually, the TV's pretty good because my daughter's the TV one. She'll watch her Bonanza. They get an hour a day. She'll watch her Bonanza and she'll be done. But the video games, my son would stay on those little DS video games for hours if I let him. But I have an hour limit. Now, most of the time, he will turn it over and shut it off and be done. He knows. But often I have to remind him, and I do, because we're teaching them lessons this way. If we let him slide on it every day, he learns that I don't really mean what I say and that it's okay to do that, when I very firmly believe it is not okay to do that stuff for hours a day. You need to interact with the rest of us and do other things besides that. And it also teaches them, if once in a while you let them have a couple hours, it's like, woohoo, something special for them. Yeah. But here's the big one that hit me this morning. Yes, Holly got a speeding ticket with my children in the car with me. Now, you may or may not think that's a big deal, but I haven't had a speeding ticket for a long time, and certainly not with my children in the car. I was quite embarrassed because, think about it. We are teaching our children by speeding, at least I'm speaking for myself, that it's all about me. Because while I'm singing and driving with this song, I'm going over 35 miles an hour, well over 35 miles an hour. So it teaches that I have maybe, or everyone who speeds, disregard for the law. Was it made for everybody but me? It's back to me again. How about disregard for everyone else? It's very unsafe to be going faster than 35 miles an hour in a zone marked 35. And number 3, if we cry and try and get out of it, which I didn't do, that teaches a bad lesson too. And even though I didn't try and get out of it, when I got out of the car, I did name drop. And he was an awesome gentleman. And he asked me if I knew how fast I was going. And I was pretty accurate. And he did lower it for me. I didn't even really ask. That was the grace of God. Because apparently if you go a certain amount over the speed limit, so many miles over, it is a real big deal. Even if you've never had a ticket before. It's a court type of deal. So he did me a big favor. I did not realize that not only did my kids know I got a speeding ticket and went against the law, but they heard that I wasn't going to get the punishment that I deserved. That's what the law is. And it really didn't even hit me. I am just so grateful that my ticket was under $100 and it's going to be only 2 points on my license. And I didn't have to go through whatever else I may have had to go through. So grateful for that, and I still am very grateful for that. However, in the long run, am I really? We have got to be very careful about the lessons, myself included, that we teach our children. Are we teaching them that they can get out of their consequences by name dropping? You're so-and-so's father, aren't you? Don't you remember me? Not a good lesson to be taught. So anyway, I was just thinking about those things in the shower this morning. So we have got to do probably, I don't know, 100 good things to kind of counteract some of the silly bad lessons that we teach without even realizing it. Letting them watch the TV longer than normal, playing the video game longer than normal, getting speeding tickets, throwing something down where it doesn't belong, teaching them how to be disorganized that way. So we have got to be very careful. Purposefully put in place where you pray together as a family morning and night, where you pray before you eat. When blessings come to you, recognize, and your children too, where they come from, who they come from. These are some of the good things that they can see. Have them watch you as you're reading the Bible. Read it to them. Go to church. We have to do all these things on purpose if we're expecting to harvest, then most of us are, right? The Bible says you will get what you sow. So be careful of those seeds. So many we accidentally plant and we don't even realize. So we have to make sure that we're purposefully putting in some of those great seeds. Have a super day. Have a purposeful day. Remember, less mess anywhere, especially here. Less stress. And God bless. Have a super day.